You know who fell in love with it? Fucking Texas Ahmed.
They probably sell them in Texas.
Yeah, beans and bars. They do?
I bet. That wouldn't be. Yeah, they do. That's where they have Buc-ee's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Buc-ee's has them?
They have them at the store.
That's crazy.
They have cappuccino flavor.
Cappuccino, huh? Have you been taking Shilajit? No?
Shilajit.
Shilajit, yeah.
The resin of Shilajit.
Yeah, the Shilajit.
I have actually. It's super powerful stuff. I need to be careful with it if I take it in the evening.
Oh, why would you take it in the evening?
Well, there's some times where it's like it's 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And I forget about the fact that it can get me amped up a little bit.
Yeah.
So
It's messed up.
mistakes along the way.
Viagra, basically, in the evening.
Viagra.
Yeah.
Viaggravated.
Legit. That's why it's called She Legit. The shit's legit.
It's
That's
legit.
why. Because it can actually probably do that. Basically is Viagra in some sort of way.
Speaking
You
of,
think?
we do have a code.
A code?
Yeah.
Oh, we're actually talking about based. I completely forgot.
We need to encourage people to purchase.
Okay, so then why would someone take pine pollen? Do you know why?
So pine pollen, from what I've seen, it's interesting because all of these products seem to hit many of the same things.
Mm.
So you can make an argument either for one or the other, but I mean, there's some evidence to show that it might increase testosterone, increase energy levels,
Yeah.
DHT. Just depends on what you're focused on.
Interesting.
Like, that's the thing about supplementation. It has to be targeted. I'm not one of those people who advocates that you should just buy every supplement that you can find and then just expect a great outcome out of that.
Yeah. Interesting. What about Butea Superba? Butea Superba, all I hear about is like, watch out, your hair might come out. You know?
So
also aggression.
Yeah, this one is
it's coming from you.
It's thought to be a DHT booster. So I think it makes sense on that end. It's actually been shown to be pretty good for constipation from a few people.
Okay, so I'm seeing like mushroom. It's not mushroom, is it? No, it's not. I don't know. Interesting. I don't know if you guys can see that, but
the Butea Superba. It's got a cool name too.
Yeah. Butea Superba. Interesting. Is that a real flower? It's a good question, huh?
I actually don't know.
What
I think it
is
might be a
Butea
flower.
Superba? I mean, I know it's I'm gonna look that up because
look it up.
We know the benefits and everything, but we just don't know.
I know it comes from Thailand.
Is a vining shrub in the legume family, Fabaceae, native to India and mainland Southeast Asia. It is thought by locals to be an aphrodisiac.
So I've heard as well.
Interesting. It is good for performance in the sexual aspect. And
the way you phrase that.
Yeah.
It is good for performance in the sexual aspect.
Performance. All right. Whatever performance you need, it's there. And ED, which is lack of interest in activity in the sexual realm.
Erectile dysfunction, people. If your Johnson goes a little too limp, you can get some Butea Superba from base supplements.
Dude, what the hell? ED? That just gave me...
ED.
Oh, gross, dude. Driver's ed.
Dude went from this to this.
Driver's erectile dysfunction. You don't need that. Actually, no, you need Butea Superba.
What the driver's erectile dysfunction?
Driver's ed.
Oh my god, dude.
Come on, dude. Why do you think school establishments they use .edu, not .ed?
So they know, man. Battle that erectile dysfunction in the school system.
Yeah. Butea Superba DHT.
The one I'm really interested in because I've had a lot of experience with Shilajit. It's the combination of the ginger and the Shilajit.
Yeah.
That that puts you on a different level.
Damn.
Have you tried the combo yet?
No. Performance?
Come on, dude. Wake up at 7 a.m. Just pop 2 of those pills, you're good.
Do you eat before?
Ideally, yeah.
Ideally, okay. I heard that I'm gonna start trying this honestly, but I'm gonna have like a steak for breakfast. See what happens.
You won't want to eat for another 4 or 5 hours,
Crazy, right?
and you'll maintain your gains.
The good gains.
Of course. Of
'Cause
course.
gaining is gaining. It just depends on what kind of weight you want to put on. What is this?
Somehow we stumbled upon the erectile dysfunction 4chan rabbit hole.
Wow. The androgen or testosterone is an important masculine hormone. It helps construct the male appearance. Great. I did not know this.
Changes my facial structure.
Damn, dude. In order to learn, you need to read? I did not know this.
In order to read, you need to think. In order to think, you need DHT.
In order to have DHT, you need a brain. This is an interesting case of wow.
This 100% feels like a 2 a.m. episode.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. But hyperandrogenemia, yeah, I'm saying that right, induced by an external source. What? That's it? Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm literally reading off of the NIH website.
Hyperandrogenemia?
Yeah.
Like hyperandrogen response?
Yep.
Like you have DHT that's way too high?
I guess due to ingestion of Butea Superba.
Huh. So some would argue it works a little too
And
well.
funny enough, you mentioned Thailand. The patient was a Thai single male, aged 35 years.
There we go.
Bro, and we after releasing our 30s episode, that's crazy. Aged 35 years. They know what they're doing. Without any underlying disease, his basic annual laboratory checkup showed normal results. On presentation, the chief complaint of this patient was a feeling of increased sexual drive.
Is that a chief complaint?
I don't know. He gave the history of no use of narcotic and regular intake of vitamin and nutritional supplementation. Physical examination revealed no significant abnormality. Laboratory investigations were performed, which showed increased dihydrotestosterone, reference value 250 to 990 pg/ml.
Did they put specifically what he was at?
That was his reference value.
No, that's the general reference value.
Okay. There's another one that says 1512 pg/ml, and then reference value 250 to 990.
Oh,
So
he was at
1512?
1512?
That's crazy now that I put it into perspective.
That's wild. That's really high.
Bro, 250 is low.
Yeah, 250 is low.
Okay, but then 1512 was extremely high.
Yeah, no wonder this dude was complaining about erections.
God damn it, make it go away. Stop.
But then there is truth to that.
Yeah.
Like I make fun of the chief complaint of improving sexual performance or energy, whatever you want to call it, but like think about how you feel when you're just too amped up. Like too horny.
Yeah, I mean, you want to punch a wall.
Exactly. It's a problem.
So your aggression is skyrocketing, basically.
I had no idea we were going to go down this rabbit hole.
But I didn't know either, bro. I just started with Butea Superba.
Shout out to Eric, the owner of
Yeah.
these supplements. I hope you like
Yo,
this.
go check out Based, honestly. Great supplements. They do work.
Yeah.
No BS.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, further investigation goes to find the source of androgen in this case was performed. With complete history taking, the clinical nutritionist could define an important problematic food component, Butea Superba, a local herb.
Nature provides, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
Okay.
What?
Important. This is a common question that I always have is how long does it take to like activate to those levels, right? He's been taking it for a few weeks now because he was suffering from hair loss. Everything we mentioned at the beginning is being proven here. Okay. This patient was advised to stop ingestion of this herb and follow up after 1 week revealed that the patient had no feeling of increased sexual drive and dihydrotestosterone had decreased to normal level.
Well, what I've heard with...
Okay, but what is normal level? Is it like his normal, which is 215?
I don't know what I mean. It's going to depend on the person. Abud would be a better person to answer that.
Stupid, bro.
But I've heard that DHT is really important for like the thickness of your hair, and then for being able to have your hair stand up
Yeah.
on its own.
Yeah, yeah. It's a balancing act.
Yeah.
Everything with everything else. Yeah, go ahead and check them out. Use code 2AM for based supplements. They have many kinds of supplements here.
You know what I was thinking about when you were talking about Thailand and shit?
What?
I have no idea why. I was just thinking of pho.
Pho? What the hell?
I was just thinking of
Not even pad thai.
No, bro. I wasn't even from the right region.
I think it's because you like that Red Bow place right here.
Bro, pho is so good.
Dude, 100% halal.
And super healthy too.
Yeah, dude.
People don't think about that.
Bomb.
Maybe there's some argument on the noodles. I mean,
depending on where they're sourced from, what they're made.
Yeah.
Because there are egg noodles.
But dude, like just on a cold, rainy day, you just pull up on a bowl of pho.
That's kind of when it smacks, honestly. You know, sometimes, for the most part, I don't know if it's just me, but when you get like a soupy kind of meal, I don't feel like I ate. I just feel like I got water full. You know, or you kind of just sick of swallowing it.
And you experience that with pho?
Yeah. But on a rainy day, it hits. But I think when I'm extremely hungry, like I gotta eat, man. I like biting and chewing. Even though you do bite and chew, it's just really soft.
The proportion of bite and chew with that meal is not as much as another.
Exactly. See, a lot of people disagree with me. Many of my friends disagree. They're like, it is food. And I'm like, well, sometimes I don't really feel like it's food. Like I'm just more, you know?
It always gets me full.
Yeah.
I almost never finish it.
See, that's the thing, though. It gets me waterful. It doesn't get me like, damn, Texas de Brazil type of full.
But no, it's not waterful.
I don't know.
It's technically bone broth.
Yeah, I guess. But it's soupy.
Well, liquid full. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, it's filling your stomach with liquid.
Yeah. Very good. Very nice one. Yeah. I just don't know. This is my opinion. Who cares?
A lot of people care. A lot of people listen to this, bro.
It's pho, bro. We all care.
You have a whole audience who want to hear your fried thoughts and theories.
My fried thoughts after a long simmering day.
Do you have any fried thoughts?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, but I was listening to it's one of those joke podcasts where they just come up with like fried shit, and it's like puns and shit. And this guy goes, why do people? Wait, what? It's like something like people tend to spread misinformation. How do you think Mr. Information feels? Like that kind of shit.
It's so stupid, dude.
It's so dumb.
But it still makes you laugh.
It makes me die. That's the thing. And that's just like, that hits my type of humor right there.
That is your type of humor, yeah. That's so funny.
It's like, it's thought of from a different angle. Because it's like, I'm punny, I guess. Or I like puns. So when I hear something like that, it just, I really, really like it.
It's interesting how people have just different forms of humor.
Yeah. The one that I can't stand if it's overdone is sarcasm.
That's just code for you have no personality.
I don't know if that's the case. Maybe
100%.
But that is their personality. So I'm just sarcastic. I was like, oh, get the joke, idiot. You know, like.
No, you're just being an asshole.
Yeah,
that's what you are.
I don't know. Is it a narcissistic type of humor? I don't understand it.
I guess.
I understand it. That's wrong. I understand it, but it's just not funny to me, you know?
Yeah, I think you can throw one or two of those in an interaction, but more than that, it's too much.
Exactly. When it becomes your whole being, like.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm just sarcastic.
Like that comment we got on what's it on Instagram today?
Yeah, it's like women in their 30s and 40s need to get pregnant. And then someone was like, okay. And you were like, wow, what a thought-provoking comment.
And somehow they agreed with me and laughed at it.
Like, LOL. Okay, that one got me off guard. That was good.
LOL.
LOL. Oh my God. Good one, Chief. Yeah, so I've been thinking about building up my tan again. and that hasn't been happening.
That needs to happen, sir.
I know, but I'm in the car like 7 a.m., 8 a.m.
Understandable, yeah.
You know?
Just depends on the day. I mean, whatever you can get, you can get. As long as you time it right.
I did a volleyball session. That gave me some color, but in my face. That's the problem. Only the face.
What kind of color? Like the redness?
Like a tannish. Like my face is a little bit more dark. No.
Mm. Yeah,
not
you
as
do
white
need to
as last
tan.
week.
Yeah. If you notice a difference after one session of volleyball, I mean,
Yeah.
I think you should start tanning.
Because I was like slightly burnt. Because sun index was around 3 to 4.
Yeah.
And it was midday. So, I mean, according to my non-expertise, that makes sense.
According to my calculations.
According to my own calculations. Yeah.
Just feels so good, man.
It does.
Even outside of the science shit, like it's just, I always say this, when you first step out into the sun and whatever part of your skin is exposed, like you get goosebumps on that area.
Yeah.
Like that's a key indicator that it feels good.
You're bathing. It's like an eye roll back type of feeling. Like you're like, oh yeah.
Oh,
it feels so good.
It's literally me every time.
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, I'm excited. There's going to be a lot of work to do. We are preparing my real estate photography company into becoming this crazy machine, and we're prepping customer service to handle all calls and all requests because we can't tolerate that shit anymore.
There we go.
This summer is going to be super busy, and we cannot deal with the back end as much anymore. So we need to kind of figure that out. That's kind of what we've been.
Multiple people answering calls, huh?
Yep.
How many?
Probably 2 to 3.
That's a substantial amount.
Yeah, for daily.
You gotta have good business to do that. So that's, yeah, props to you guys for that.
Hell yeah, man. It's going to be a good time living.
Good time.
Oh my God.
It feels so mellow in the stew.
Mm-hmm.
We just got a new sound bar.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Got some new side tables. What else did you get?
The side tables? We got a bunch of white monsters.
Oh.
We're stocked.
We're stocked.
Yeah, we did all that. Today I met a guy. He is a rapper in a band. And this guy's pretty cool. He was asking me, he's like, how old do you think I am? And I was like, I don't know, probably my age.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, I'm 2 years older than you. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Crazy, man. We're like the same age. Just like I said, you know? And
where'd you meet him?
He kept talking to me. He was at the Vintage Hype Store in Anaheim. Yeah, he works there. He works with Yusuf, which, like I like the guy. He's cool. He's a big time movie nerd, and when he found out that I was coming in to do a video, he was just like, "Yo, that's dope, dude." He's like, "I just bought a Black Magic. We've been doing our own music videos." Like, all this. I'm like, "Dude, that's cool. You don't have to hire someone.
You guys are twins."
He just has like that background, you know, like he has that talent.
Yeah,
to kind of just make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I was like, I talked to him for like a good 2 hours, honestly.
2 hours?
Yeah, man. Bro. Yeah, I was standing in the shop the whole time just talking to him. Super interesting guy. Because just like anyone else, he had a past. It may not be a good past, but he had a past. And he just started going on like how he was grateful for that because he realized that he still has guilt. And how he believes that like, a family structure is what keeps that guilt in his mind, like all the way in the back, to bring him back into goodness, I guess.
What do you mean family structure?
So his family structure, his mom's been in his life. She's a good person. She taught him well since he was a kid. So just because he had a bad phase doesn't mean he's a bad person. Like he knew deep down that he wasn't a bad person.
Yeah.
So after him being in trouble for so long in his youth, he changed his life around.
Isn't that crazy how that can happen?
Yeah. I'm trying not to give too much detail, obviously.
Yeah.
I really want to bring this guy on.
Let's do it.
He's a super cool dude. But yeah, he was just telling me like about his favorite movies and all this stuff and like what he likes about him. We started talking about Jordan Peele.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nope, nope, get out, like all that. So super cool. I like him. Um, but yeah, I found it interesting that I like when people have a story that goes beyond what they are today.
Yeah.
Like who you are today is because of something else, and then they reveal it.
It's important too. I feel like a lot of people don't dive into that.
Mm.
Like they just focus on who they are today.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's context, there's
Yeah,
background
there's
to
depth, bro. Come on.
depth is a great word for it.
Yeah, because we are much deeper than we allow our forefront to be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a cool tactic. Hijazi was talking about this actually when I was kicking it with him. He
Mm.
was saying that he went to a camp when he was like 16, and the mentor had everyone go around and tell like a very deep thing about themselves that nobody probably knows about you today. And people would like say like crazy stuff that happened in their family or like whatever, and then you end up walking out of there becoming better friends because you're like, damn, I had no idea, you know?
I mean, it's basically therapy
Yeah,
from a certain standpoint.
like a brotherhood type of place.
Yeah.
Insane, man. But the world is filled with crazy, unique stories that should be told more often,
You should
or
tell your story.
people should be given the platform to talk more. I think in a safe space,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Especially nowadays. I mean, that's what we always go to. Is like that's why we like podcasting.
Yeah,
I think that just gives us the opportunity to do that.
yeah. Just let it all go, man. And then he stabbed me right. Can you imagine? Fast forward. God damn, bro.
That's how you start.
Nah, I shot that motherfucker 3 times. What the hell? Get started off with "Salam alaikum," bro.
Oh my god, bro! At least start with an introduction.
Anyway, yeah. Cool people, dude. Cool people.
Yeah. In terms of the, go ahead.
Another thing um, that I realized that I have done, I guess, throughout my life, which was uh, learn from others, especially when you don't think there's anything to be learned from in that moment. So,
Mm.
for an example, I know some of my friends that run like pretty good businesses now. Like they make good money. Okay. And it's not drug related. It's nothing scam related. None of that.
It's proper
It's
business.
storefronts and all that good stuff. So they're true salesmen. Okay. Um, they don't do it very traditional business style, which is like, oh, I have an MBA and I did this and I learned all the laws and rules and whatever. It's more like street credit,
Street smarts.
street smart.
Yeah.
Okay, street smart, but then turned into now I have a good amount for startup, and I started my own business doing this using my knowledge of street um, information.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you compare that to things you've learned from other places, like when I used to work at Nordstrom, how my manager came to be a manager of an entire district, for example. Okay, like she went to school, obviously. Um, she started off as a sales rep, worked her way up. 6 years later, she's in a completely different position.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like talking to someone like that, they have a completely different experience than someone like the other guy I was just talking about,
Oh yeah.
where he grew up street smart.
I mean, you really only have two options. It's like
Yeah.
you either choose traditional or non-traditional.
Yeah. And then at the end of the day, it's like a diagram where you have similarities in the middle and then right and left.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to come up with what the hell is in the middle that is so relatable between both. And one of the most common ones I can think of was that they both share this quality where they were somehow born with that type of personality to be um, a businessman. You can see it in some people.
100%. Yeah.
It's like the way their character is and the way they handle things and the way they move throughout life is it's like they don't rely on anyone, first of all, right? That's kind of like what I get in terms of like what I feel from talking to both. And then they just have this like different kind of drive.
Well, it brings up nature versus nurture, which is a deep rabbit hole. Because it's like, okay, were they born that way, or did someone in their life influence them to be that way? My answer is always it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. It's the way your brain is wired. It's everything. So it's like, where um, where do you see yourself kind of more focused? Like, is it on the knowledge aspect or the do? I'm not even saying that correctly. Is it, do you stop yourself from talking from under like fuck, I don't know how to say this. Like in school, okay, you can be, well, like let's just say school today, okay, you could be either the type of person that knows, that is smart, like you both people can be smart, but one is smart enough to cheat their way, right? They know the person to talk to, the things to use, and whatever.
Yeah.
To mimic a successful person. That's pretty smart. That's a certain type of smart.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the one where they are literally good at
By the book.
By the book.
Yeah.
Spelling bees, retaining information, reading very fast and retaining, practicing index cards, study guides. They're able to teach. They're just a memorization machine, you know?
It's the difference between a student who does everything to the T by the book, who studies, who makes sure to practice and all that stuff and goes about the testing. And on the other side of the spectrum, you have the student who isn't really invested in doing it the right way, quote unquote, the right way, but they're invested in finding a way. Like they can cheat their way through it. Either way, they're both ending up at the same result.
That's true.
Because you think about the amount of energy and investment that the quote unquote cheater puts into it. It's just as much, arguably more, than the person who does it by the book.
Like both of you want to be here. Okay. One is starting here, and the other one is starting here. It's the same line.
Mm-hmm.
How you get there is almost like, does it really matter?
I don't think so, because it obviously depends on what you're talking about, but there are like a million paths you can take.
Yeah.
And it actually reminded me, have you seen the Queen's Gambit?
No.
It's a great show.
I know what show you're talking about, but
great show. I just discovered it and I'm like obsessed with it because I love the whole premise. I mean, like a savant chess player who goes through and she's a complete like rule breaker.
Yeah.
It's just an awesome story. I'm not done with it, but
she ruins everyone's career. Yeah.
Just some people are just wired in very interesting ways.
Crazy. She achieved the result she wanted, but it wasn't traditional.
Yeah.
That is nuts, man. Crazy, bro. But yeah, I think it's something to think about.
I honestly feel like I'm in a meditative state right now. Like I'm super grounded, dude.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So he loses touch with reality.
Dude, I hopped onto it was yesterday. I hopped onto a podcast. I was a guest on a pod, and the guy's name is Ed Harold. Very cool guy.
The guy's name is Alan Watts. What the hell? Okay, bro. Yeah.
But he actually started the podcast out with a like guided meditation. It was nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, when did we do that? I think we did that with Tamara.
Did we?
I think we did like some sort of meditation or something.
I wouldn't be surprised. Probably.
Oh, no. We did that with Tarek, bro. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't there, huh?
No, you were in...
No, I was in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Speaking of, we need to bring him back.
I remember that joke, too, that I made. It's so stupid. It was like, who's Rika and why is he coasting with her?
You guys talked about me being kidnapped or something, or no, me doing the kidnapping.
Yeah, we're like, what the hell?
Why does he have things in his trunk?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why
It's
does it keep
crazy.
popping open?
Stop, dude.
It's crazy. What was that, like 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. It's insane, man. Freaking, it was like episode like 150 or something.
Yeah, it was in the archives.
Was it 150?
Something
Like that. It could have been like even episode 90 or some shit.
Yeah.
Amazing Grace. I don't know why I sang that, but
You're in a very Christian mood.
yeah, I guess.
Lord,
forgive me. Yeah, I don't know what. I've been wanting to watch a movie. I haven't actually sat down and watched a movie in a minute.
which is unusual for you.
Yeah, but it goes to show you how busy.
So what would be your choice of movie?
My choice of movie, probably a very sad movie. Sometimes you get into that mood. You're just like, I want a sad ass. You know what? I challenge you to make me cry. Movie. Okay.
So what would be that movie?
I don't know.
Come on, you're a movie buff. You can
No,
think of
I
sad
added one
movies.
to my queue recently. Called.
The sad movie.
It's called The Saddest Movie of All Time. Can you imagine? Okay, it's called A Real Pain.
It features Willem Dafoe and
It has Kieran Culkin and Jesse Eisenberg.
I don't know those names.
Have you seen Succession?
I've vaguely seen parts of it.
Really? Interesting. Okay. He's Macaulay Culkin's brother. Do you know Macaulay Culkin?
No.
Home Alone, the little kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him.
That's his brother. Yeah. Everyone says I look like him, but I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you cry during sad movies?
Nah.
Come on,
It's
deep
very
down you're
rare.
alone.
It's rare.
You don't cry? Not a single tear?
No, I mean what was it? What movie was it? The Notebook, bro.
The Notebook?
Yeah, bro. Have you seen The Notebook?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay, then don't laugh.
I won't.
Watch that
My
shit.
bad, my bad.
Watch it, bro. You're basically married now, so it's like that makes even more sense. Just imagine that was your spouse. Like crazy, bro.
I've teared up at a couple.
Okay, that story, like it just opens up with someone has Alzheimer's.
Rough start.
Yeah. And basically her husband is telling her a story and from a book. He's reading a book. And during her lunches and breaks and whatever, he would go to the nursery and he'd read the book. And that book, during every chapter, she'd wake up and like recognize him again. So he kept reading for like 15 years or more.
Wow.
Something like that. I don't know if it's 15 years, but years. Yeah.
Are you like, I do have a very interesting obsession. I don't know if you could call it an obsession, but a habit
With violence?
of sometimes with the Butea Superba, but of saving very hard hitting scenes or clips from movies.
Oh, 100%.
Like the latest one I saved, I forgot about this one because I deleted it a long time ago from YouTube. But
Fury.
the scene in the layer cake. Have you seen that movie?
I've heard of it.
What's his name? James Bond.
Yeah.
Forgot his.
Craig.
Yes, Craig something.
Craig something. God damn it.
That scene at the end.
Yeah.
When he basically describes the facts of life and he creates an analogy with the layer cake. Like sometimes, or no, you're born, you eat shit, you keep climbing, you eat a little bit more shit. And then eventually he says like you're at the top and you're breathing the rarefied air or something. And it just hits so hard with the music that comes in.
Because it's like talk to someone that's 86 years old and then tell him like explain to me what life is in like 3 sentences. He can probably, depending on the guy, he could probably come up with that, you know? Because he's seen it all.
Yeah.
He knows. And that's kind of like, that's the cool thing about movies is that they're human made, right? They're not AI generated or whatever. It comes with real emotion and experience and things you've seen and stories that you're able to witness, apparently. And then put it all out in one script. So then when it comes out, you're like, dude, I feel that, you know? Maybe because we haven't even been through that. So when you see it at this age, like you're like, damn, that makes a lot of sense.
What opens up the, whole world of possibility that you've
Yeah.
never experienced?
Insane, man. Hopefully I can make a movie like that one day.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah, man. But also, the sky falls.
Do you just want to sing in the mic for the rest of the time?
Just in that mood. I don't know what's going on.
The sky falls.
Yeah. Hopefully we put everyone else in a good mood. If you really like this, please rate us 5 stars on Spotify
And Apple Podcasts.
and Apple Podcasts.
We always forget that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to be coming out with more clips and stuff.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
A lot more to come on the IG. Go ahead and follow us there. We're at the 2 a.m. podcast. We're also on Twitter at 2 a.m. pod. We are available on TikTok as well because they unbanned it at the 2 a.m. podcast. Go ahead and check us out. If you did enjoy this, thank you very much. We can see all the numbers coming in, so
Yes.
we love it, man.
Good night.
Good night.
When the sky